Welcome into Mastering Life with Am. I am Honest Am. This is the channel where we use tarot to become the alchemist of our life. If you are interested in a tarot reading or want to learn more about me, all of that information is down in the description box below. But please make sure you check out the description box below because there are additional guidance, homework, and angel messages. All right, guys, a couple of quick things. These messages are completely timeless. Whenever you come across them, this message is meant for you. And also, I use God and cousins in the same sentence, and I don't just use tarot. If all of that is good with you, let's keep going. Angel number 35? Yeah, angel number 35. And angel number 414. I've been really enjoying these. I'm so happy. Like, this just feels so right. I'm so happy to be doing this. Really, really happy. All right. The two messages that popped out, angel number 111 is release and vision. I love this because the angel card, first of all, I just love this because I just feel like God is just telling you to release control and to just commit to your, release control and just to focus on your vision. Like, I kind of feel like that's what God is saying. But this angel message, it actually has like an angel like at a school bus, and it's kind of like waving them on in traffic. And I feel like that's God. God is like, I am releasing you so that you can bring this beautiful vision into the world. But don't take my word for it. Think about what release and vision may mean for you at this time. And I'm going to get a couple more cards out. Oh, I don't know if that's good or bad, y'all. I just cut the cards and it like blew my candle out. So I don't know if that's a good omen or a bad omen. So we shall see. Angel number 415. So the two cards that flew out is actually the better it gets, and I am always receiving the essence of what I'm getting. I love these two cards, and I feel like they both came out because God wants me to read both of them. So I'm going to read this. It says, "The better it gets, the better it gets. When you deliberately seek positive aspects of whatever you are giving your attention to, in a sense, tune your vibration." In a sense, tune your vibration tuner to more positive aspects of everything, and of course, you could tune yourself negatively as well. But as you are deliberately looking for positive aspects in yourself or in others, you will find more of those things. The better it gets, the better it gets. For you get more and more of what you are thinking about, whether you want it or not. So I feel like what God is saying is release the fear, release the worry, release the anxiety, because the fact that you're focusing on all of those things, you're just going to get more and more. If things are probably happening in your life, you maybe this week something super exciting happened and it got you worried and you're like, oh my God, when is the shoe gonna drop? Oh my God, when is this gonna get bad? Never. The better it gets, the better it gets. You did the struggle. That cycle is over. What God is telling you now is just to embrace this beautiful new beginning that is coming for you. Don't worry about the past. Don't worry. Allow your approach this approach your life, approach this situation, whatever this reading may be about for you, because it's general. Approach this with a brand new vision. Approach this with new eyes, with new sight. Guys, I can say for me personally, me and my partner, we have been together for 7 years. It'll be 8 years in August. We recently just went through this period of separation for almost a year. And I can honestly say that last night we had a conversation where we were on the phone for 4 hours, and afterwards I just was just so excited and so full and just so grateful that like we stuck it out and we didn't give up on each other, because if I would have gave up on him at 25, like I wouldn't have the man that he is at 30. Like he's just it's just it's so exciting to me to just see like the future with him, and I'm just so grateful that I just that we stuck it out, and I truly knew in that moment I released the past. I let all those bad things go, all of those things that was keeping me up at night. Like I completely just let it go, and I just embraced our relationship as new. Like I just, I'm looking at it with new eyes and I'm approaching it new. Like I'm doing it differently. Before I would wait for him to call me or I wouldn't FaceTime him. But now I'm like, oh, it's 9:30. He should be off. What up, baby? Like, I'm not afraid to put myself out there. I'm not afraid to, be more loving and more giving and, just the walls have broken. And I feel like that's what God is saying. Release those walls. Let it go. Let your hair down. Girl, have some fun. Anyways, so then the other card that came out is I am always receiving the essence of what I am giving. Angel number 530. So if you're always giving out good stuff, why do you think good stuff gonna come to you? You done been good all your life. You done held it down for everybody. You done held everybody down. Why you don't think it's your turn to deserve this goodness? You have deserved it. You deserve it. And it's only gonna get better from here. So stop worrying. Release that shit. Appreciation and love and alignment to that which is source is ultimate giving back, so to speak. For in your pain or struggle, you have nothing to give back. What you are living is always an exact replica of the vibrational pattern of thoughts. Nothing could be more fair than the life you are living in. Nothing could be more fair than life as you are living it. For as you are thinking, you are vibrating. And as you are vibrating, you are attracting. So you are always getting back the essence of which you are giving. Angel number 623. Release, guys. Release this worry. Stop worrying about when is it going to happen. I have to tell myself that because that's me. I'm a seeker. I'm a natural seeker. And I realize that even that energy of just seeking, of just, listening to tarot reader after tarot reading and trying to find out clues and trying to figure out, oh, yes, all of that is just, that's more energy of saying that I don't believe it. I don't trust myself. I'm not sure. I don't know when it's going to come. When is it going to come? What that's telling the universe? It's not here yet. I'm not happy. It's giving more of that. But instead, if I just embrace it, release all the fears, release all the worries, stop, release the expectation, and just focus on the vision. And know that as you keep moving that way, you're going to receive everything that you're getting. Everything that you're seeking is also seeking you. Okay? It's trying to get you just as bad as it's trying to get you. But as you keep fighting it and you're fighting it, don't fight it. Release. Release. Like 733. Like really feel like that's what God is saying. Release. Because you are the attractor of your every experience. This card came out twice this week, maybe 2 or 3 times this week. Guys keep letting you know you got the power. You are the one who will determine which way you gonna go. Be mindful of your thoughts because you don't want to fuck around and start doing another cycle of that bullshit, right? Like you don't want to don't do that bullshit. Like I also feel like that's us as a black community. Like we gotta stop focusing on the past and focus on let's stop focusing on the past and the injustice and how we want people to see us and feel us and our worthiness and start creating a vision for ourselves, a vision for what we want our people to be. Angel number 812. I'm gonna get some tarot to clarify and shut up and get out of here. Find what you love to do. Like doing this, I'm so excited. I'm so happy. Yo, I have been putting videos up after videos. I think I got two, 3 views, 2 likes, but I'm still so happy because it's not even about that. I have released the expectation. I'm just doing it because I love it, and I know eventually somebody's gonna find this and just be like, "Yes, oh my god, how did she know?" All right, angel number 855. All right. So the 2 cards that popped out, he keep this 2-2, angel number 2-2 as well, and 905. The 2 cards that popped out is the 5 of Swords. So God is saying, leave the bullshit behind. Allow these people in the background. These are the people on Twitter. These are the people on Twitter that is complaining and crying and arguing and all of that shit. Like God is saying, release all of that. Stop focusing on that. Like, pick up your swords, like, because we all got baggage. Pick up your swords and move on. Yeah, you can look back. Yeah, you can go on Twitter every now and then to entertain yourself, but don't get so caught up that then it becomes your narrative, and then you're starting to think negative. And now it's not the better; it gets the better. Now all of a sudden, you fighting about Issa and Molly, and you realize, oh shit, I'm like Molly. Oh God, is this gonna be my relationship? And am I running all my friends away? Like, look at that. Look, now you don't put yourself in that drama. Like, leave the drama behind. Just leave it behind. Leave it behind, but be mindful of what you're bringing with you. Because God is saying you're moving forward. You're moving on, angel number 1012. You're moving forward onto new horizons. Your vision, that's why it's important for you to release these fears, release these doubts, because it's clouding your vision. You can't move forward if you're still focusing on your past. You can't, it ain't gonna work that way. How you gonna move and you looking back? You gotta get it right, y'all. Angel number 1030. So God is saying you're moving forward, so focus on where you are headed. Because you're the Queen of Swords. You're bad. This is, I don't know, for some reason I say Rihanna. Why I keep getting Rihanna out of this? Yeah, this Rihanna right now. This is a woman who is not afraid to speak her mind. This is a woman who is grounded in herself. This is a woman who is not afraid to cut somebody down, but she's also kind. Like, she doesn't have to always do that. She knows how to have fun. She knows how to create wealth for herself, but she knows how to stand up for herself as well. So don't think that, by you trying to avoid the drama, that means just accept any type of BS. No, it just means stand your ground, say what you got to say, and move the fuck on. Period. It's gonna be 11:20. All right, y'all. Last message, and I'm gonna get you out of here. Angel number 1140. So guys, I say these angel numbers, and I do put some of them down in the description box, but I don't put them all. So if there's one that's not down there, you're interested, just Google it. It'll come up. All right, so the card that came out is going beyond the normal, angel number 1214, and we also have card 14, so look that up as well. Reduce to 5, that's all about change. So guys, we're going beyond the normal. That's why it's important for you to release the baggage, release all that other stuff, because we moving forward, y'all. We going on a new horizon, baby. Okay, $1 billion babies. Okay, Bambi, the newest $1 billion baby. All right. On the path of life, there are deciding moments where you can choose to go with the mainstream, or you can dare to take a bolder, more authentic and trusting way. Even if it seems riskier or less safe, to, to rely solely on logic and science without incorporating the mysterious and magical is a recipe for an existence that is far too dry. The sacred rebel within our hearts will always choose a juicier approach to life. You are currently approaching such a choice point. You could say that that choice is about balance. It is less about choosing to honor either art or science, gardening or architect, or more about integrating all approaches so that you enhance rather than hinder your life journey. Placing science or architecture above all else kills off the rebellious heart. Steadfastly relying on logic, proof, and a complete set of plans to measure and dictate outcomes will suffocate the soul. Basing decisions or basing decisions on limited factors such as imbalance measured of success is unnecessary and limiting. This approach prevents us from living freely, spontaneously, and with trust so that you can rebel against the need for things to go strictly according to plan. Choose to value decisions based on passion and instinct and trust in life enough to embrace it as an adventure and let life unfold as it will. There is a time and place for logic, strategic planning, and measured outcomes. These are not bad tools to have, but we must be vigilant to not worship them or allow them to squander our less rational but equally valued decision making tools, intuition, feeling, and those things you know without knowing. You know how you know them. The flowing inspirational energy of the heart may have no conceivable basis in logic or reason and still can be uncannily accurate. To remain rebellious, we must not sacrifice the art of emotion, instinct, passion, and intuition for the science of logic and strict planning. On the other hand, gardening and art do provide us with a plan, a tap more loosely held. This plan still requires us to set aside time to draw upon reliable methods and to prepare with certain tools. However, there is also a healthy dose of organic flow, responsiveness, and trust in the creative process of bringing something to life. This leads to the cultivation of the most beautiful, abundant, and successful garden in the most vigilant healing art. You are being asked to stay open to intuitive approaches in life, your work, your creativity, as well as in your spirituality. Oh, for some of y'all new here. Hey, oh, welcome. Oh, silly. Um, the intuitive approach can be likened to the method of a gardener or an artist. There is a sense of what may work, where, or a loose or even detailed plan, but how that plan is carried out will depend on and respond to the flow of its surroundings. There is no need to control the situation, but rather a desire to nurture an idea. Hold on. There is no need to control the situation, but rather a desire to nurture an idea to fruition. You may have pressures around you from the world or from your own conditioned nature to do things according to the rules, to a deadline, or to the accepted mainstream view that you need a well thought out plan for success in a commercial venture. However, sometimes the best plans is to do what feels intuitively truthful in that moment and to trust that you are angel number 640 and 71 and to trust that you are being led towards your own growth. Adopting this approach means you have to do far less planning and far more living. It is a pure and heart-centered way to manifest your art, your life, and your essence into practical expressions in the world. It involves a willingness to be led by nature instead of trying to control the powerful force of life, which is a bit like trying to fit a proverbial ocean in a teacup. It is far more intelligent to allow the ocean to be the ocean and to learn to swim in it rather than to crane it into a vessel that is much too small. This oracle brings you a special piece of guidance. You are moving outside of the plan. I know I am. You are living on the border of what is socially acceptable. This is good. This fringe dwelling freedom. Others might not see this about you straight away as you seem pretty normal, but that secret eccentric streak is just waiting to show itself. And maybe you are an out and proud fringe dweller, completely comfortable with this way of being. Either way, this oracle brings you the message that now you have a chance to live from the heart more deeply and expressively than ever before. It wants you to realize that this is a legitimate, empowered, and creative way to live that honors all of who you are. You can give up forcing or squashing yourself down to a very limited set of so called desirable qualities like intellect and control. If you are yet to relate to this consciously, this oracle brings you the further message that you are going to break with tradition. Perhaps not entirely, but at least in a way that is meaningful to you. This will require you to have courage in your convictions and faith in your heart truths. This will help you and inspire others around you to step out of fear and live more freely and lovingly. You are not necessarily meant to be abandon logic and intellect altogether. You are to use them to serve the desires of the heart rather than replace its naturally spontaneous and truthful nature with controlled planning and narrow strategy. It's time to get a bit wild and let nature take its course. I did not mean to do all of that. Angel number 19. So, guys, let's just put your hand on your heart and repeat after me and agree. Don't, put your hand on your heart and agree with me. I now call on unconditional love and ask for the blessings of the heart to be witnessed and sanctioned by the great universal creator, so that I may rise above small mindedness and use the best of what human culture has to offer in service to love. Through my own free will, so be it. Ashe. May the wisdom and guiding hand of the great gardener who works with unconditional love nurture the garden of my soul into magnificence. I dare to live creatively from the heart and thrive. I say, y'all, we are. I keep telling y'all, look at this inner trust. What was we just talking about? Trusting yourself. Listen to the voice on the inside. Every journey starts with a single step. What's on this other side? Legacy of life. Okay, I'm done. Guys, we are the chosen ones. If you have made it to this channel, welcome, baby. You are in for a wild ride. If you are tired of hitting those brick walls, if you are tired of making vision boards that don't come true, this channel is for you, baby. Let's master this motherfucker. Woo! All right, y'all. Have a great rest of your week. Mwah! And I will see you soon. Ta-da!